My name is Marc de Bruin from Landmarc Coaching and Health Solutions. I'm a life and business coach in Queensland, Australia. I firmly believe that our professional and personal lives are run by what I call universal principles. I also firmly believe that in order to lead successful and fulfilling lives, we need to have some basic knowledge about these universal principles. And over the next couple of videos I would like to discuss them with you. Today I'd like to talk about the Law of Polarity. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, already said it many years ago. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries within it the seed of a greater or equivalent benefit. That pretty much sums up the Law of Polarity and its purpose to me. For everything that exists, if you want to put it in a bit more definition style, there must be an equal and exact opposite. To put it even stronger, in order for anything to exist, there must be an equal and exact opposite. For instance, if you want to talk about light, you must have an idea about what darkness is. And if you want to experience success, you also must have an idea about what failure is. In coaching, there are mainly two great ways that you can apply the Law of Polarity to your client's benefit. The first one occurs when clients come to me and they say, I really do not know what I want. They come to me maybe for business success or life fulfillment and say, I'm not sure what I want. I always challenge that, because in order to know what you want, you must have an idea about what you don't want. That's what I just said. So the people that say that they do not know what they want, they're actually in quite an advantageous position, because from that point they can start to look for what it is that they want. So in that case, I always make my clients write a very extensive list of the things that they do not want or do not want anymore. And I'll bet you out of that will come a list of the stuff that they do want. It must. It's law. It's law of polarity. The second very beneficial application of the law of polarity in business and professional lives is when we start to look at so-called negative experiences. Many neuro-linguistic programming practitioners apply this technique in their practice to get people to look at the other side. Because for every negative experience, there must be something in there that's positive. Napoleon Hill said it. So if you look at things that don't work, or if you look at negative scenarios in your life or in your business, can you start looking at what the benefit was from that situation, what you have learned out of that situation, what you can take away from that situation? That will actually start to balance your mind and get you a more balanced perspective on things, whereby you will not linger in that negative scenario. I'll give you an example. I had a client coming in not too long ago, and he'd just gone bankrupt. Pretty serious, no money anymore. So his big problem was, how do I get out of this situation? And my question to him was, well, what are the benefits from being in this situation? And he couldn't really see it at first. When we really started to dig deeper, he did come up with a couple of good benefits that came out of this situation. First of all, he and his wife grew closer because they both went through the same experience, and they grew closer in their relationships. The second one was that suddenly he found himself with a lot of spare time that he could spend with his family, which he hadn't done before. The third really big example or benefit for him was that now he had some spare time. He could also spend that time on creating new ideas for businesses, and he's actually implementing one of them now. And the fourth one was that he really had to have a close look at what he seriously wanted out of life, not leading someone else's life, but really leading his own passions. So how bad was that bankruptcy really, when you start to look at all the benefits that came out from him, for him? Well, still not nice, but definitely something that he could take learnings from. And that's what I would like you to do in your own life as well. Either list the things that you don't want anymore and start looking for what it is that's on the other side. What do you want? And second of all, if you come across situations, or if you're lingering in situations that you do not like, can you start to see the benefits of them? I can bet you they are there. You just have to look for them. And to finish off with something that a very famous person, Swami Beyondananda, always said. His definition of succeeding, or to succeed, was finding the seed in what sucks. Now that's pretty spot on.